forget asking my boyfriend a million years ago to do couples therapy with me. She's gonna see how right I am and how wrong he is.
I was once with somebody that recommended we go to couples therapy. Come on, man. We're supposed to be in the honeymoon phase. You talking about couples therapy? Newsflash, we broke up.
Where you at,
Her
Berto?
boyfriend was completely vindicted.
I'll never forget asking my boyfriend a million years ago to do couples therapy with me, and I couldn't wait for this couples therapist to literally like tell my boyfriend at the time, you, sir, what are you doing? You need to change this, this, and this. And I couldn't wait. Ooh, I was like frothing at the mouth. I was like, she's gonna see how right I am and how wrong he is and how like he needs to get these things together, okay? So I'm there.
Credit for her honesty.
You know what's funny? I was once with somebody that recommended we go to couples therapy. And me personally, bro, I was not with that shit because I felt like at the time and the stage of our relationship that we were at, it made zero sense. I was like, the fact that you think we need to go to couples therapy right now, maybe we should just break up. Like, we were just so early in our relationship. I was like, there's no reason why we should be going to couples therapy right now. Mind you, I don't think there's anything wrong with couples therapy. I just, again, was like, yo, we're only a few months into our relationship. Why the fuck are we talking about couples therapy? Like, I feel like couples therapy is like, doesn't have to be a last resort, and it can be a healthy thing if you go before there's problems, but it's just like, come on, man. We're supposed to be in the fucking honeymoon phase. You talking about couples therapy? Newsflash, we broke up. And it ended tragically. You know what I'm saying? Berto L boyfriend, why shut her down? She wasn't trying to prove y'all. No, we were only a few months in and it was already so problematic. And she was talking about couples therapy. I think I made the right decision. I was like, the fact that we need to go to couples therapy this early into a relationship, why don't we just end it? Think about it. I'm not against couples therapy, bro. That like, if anything, I think it can be a very healthy thing earlier in the relationship. But imagine, there's two different thought processes here. Imagine being with your girl and you guys being in a very healthy relationship. And in that moment, you're like, hey, why don't we go to couples therapy? Not because we feel like we need it, but just so we can dig deeper and dive deeper within our relationship. That's W plays. I fuck with that. But 3 months into a relationship and you guys are arguing a lot and you're not seeing eye to eye on a lot of things, and you're like, let's go to couples therapy. No, let's just break up. If I'm an L boyfriend for that, hey, we can agree to disagree. I do not think I'm tripping for that. The only reason I wanted to go is because I was so sure that I was right. I was like, well, let's go. Yeah, come on. Let's go to this couples therapy. And I can't wait for this fucking therapist to take my side. That's what I was thinking. But then I was also thinking, I'm gonna have to pay for this shit. And me and this girl are bumping heads anyway. Let's just fucking end it.
But at the same time, she's not really telling men anything they don't already know. Most guys, if they're dragged to couples therapy, they suspect that this is what their wife or girlfriend's genuine intention is. Like, she's not going to therapy because she's actually interested in like growth or introspection. No, she's trying to weaponize the therapy and then outsource blame to this like licensed referee.
Sitting, I'm waiting. I can't wait for her to tell him. And then it like goes a little something like, you know, she hears both sides. She's our couples therapist for like a few weeks. And then she finally kind of tells me that like, maybe this is just who she, and this is in front of both of us. She says, Madeline, maybe blank is just who he is. Maybe this is what life looks like with him. Can you get with it or get without it?
I like that. And you know, that's so much of everything. That's so much of everything when it comes to relationships, bro. Sometimes it's not even like y'all be trying to change people. And yes, we can all look at ourselves and be like, let me make adjustments and improvements so that I can, you know, make my partner happier as they do the same for me. But then there's just certain things where it's like, that person is that person. Why are you trying to change that person? Maybe that's just what it is. Can you make the compromise and accept this person's quote unquote pros and cons? Or can you not? Maybe it's a deal breaker for you. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. Maybe it's just a deal breaker for you. You can't compromise with that person's problems. So y'all just shouldn't be together.
She didn't.
Let me take that back. Look at how shocked her face is there. She's obviously never considered that as a possibility. But the fact that this was a revelation to her is proof that she didn't want a boyfriend. She wanted a renovation project. And so when the therapist suggests that he actually doesn't need remodeling, like there's nothing broken with him, there's nothing to fix, he's actually okay the way that he is, her mind breaks. And you can tell, like, she clearly never considered the possibility that he was okay the way that he is, that she doesn't need to change him. Actually, what she needs to do is just adapt. I mean, it's a bit embarrassing to have to go to a professional therapist to be told something as obvious as men are not clay. Just because you're a woman, you don't get to sculpt them the way that you want. But at least she's had the realization now, you know, however you get there. And this is actually a powerful opportunity for growth here. Like, this is where she can change and actually implement this. So I'll be curious to see where she goes next, whether or not she rises to the occasion.
Before we get back into the video, if you're in need of some easy free money, there's this app called Free Cash where they pay you money to play their video games. If you click the link in the description or scan my QR code on the screen, you'll be able to download the app and choose which games you want to play that are actually fun to make easy free money, bro. These apps are paying people to test out their games, so that's just how the system works, so you can make this free easy money. I'll show you guys right here. Plenty of people are telling me they're making an easy 5, 10, 20, some even hundreds of dollars extra a month. It's all transparent. It's not a scam. And they really do pay you the money through methods like PayPal, gift cards, whatever you need to cash out, they got you. So if you need the extra money and you like video games, click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen and get yourself some free extra money. Let's get right back into the video.
She didn't say it exactly like that, but she basically said that. So she was sort of like shining a big light in my face that as much as I wanted to control XYZ, all these things he was doing that were pissing me off. Okay.
What's good,
Rightfully
Wops?
so. If I could give you the details, I would, but like, who cares? And no, it was really like I had to come to a realization of like what I can control was actually just me staying in that relationship or me leaving that relationship. That's tough. That's a tough realization when you see so much potential in something. You're like, oof, if we could just get through this hurdle, oof, if they could just, you know, be consistent and change these things, ooh. But really what I had to realize is that like my only power and control is to stay in it or get without it. Eventually I got without it. It was for the best. Hard realization to learn, but don't waste your time, you guys. It's probably better to get without it.
I'm not mad at her for doing that or saying that. You know, there's not enough details in the relationship of who was right and wrong in her specific case. In her specific case, hear me very closely, to say that she's a woman that, you know, doesn't take any accountability. Like maybe in the beginning, because she was, but she also got up on the internet and was saying like, hey, you know, the therapist said that I'm tripping. So, and she decided to walk away. Now, again, we could argue whether that was the right choice for her, but we also don't know that nigga or know nothing about him. So, but just in general, though, women, well, people will walk away from really good relationships because they can't deal with people's 10% of bad baggage. And sometimes that 10% is a deal breaker, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. But you also have to like look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what else is is there really better out there? Why am I walking away from this relationship? Am I walking away from this relationship just to go find $10 when I already have 90? I already have, like, this person makes me happy. We laugh together. We make great memories together. It's just not perfect. It's just not perfect. You're looking for, some of these hoes are looking for fucking perfection when they're not perfect. And you're never going to find it. Sometimes, like, so yeah, if it is a deal breaker, walk away. Walk away. But if it's not, though, why not just keep building on what you already have?
No, what a waste. No, she doesn't get it. That's so disappointing. She was so close. I shouldn't be surprised, really. There's so many modern women who have it in their minds that they have some kind of like godly inspired duty, like they're this divine mission to reshape men in their own image. That's like the role on earth that they have been assigned to fix men. Have you ever experienced that? Like, you're with a woman, like your girlfriend or wife, and she's criticizing you and like shaming you and telling you all the ways that you're failing, that you need to improve, you need to change this and that. And instead of being embarrassed at all of her entitlement and arrogance, like throwing all of this unsolicited advice at you, instead, her energy is proud. Like she's righteous. She's like some noble crusader. So many modern women seem to think that masculinity is something that they should conquer, when that mindset is a complete perversion of what.
Yeah, that is a stupid mindset. If you as a woman feel like you need to conquer masculinity, you've already lost the game. You've already lost the game, because it's not about conquering masculinity. In the same way as a man, it shouldn't be about conquering femininity. Like, we need each other. We need each other. A masculine man works very well with a feminine woman. And all women have some masculine traits, some more than others. And all men also have some feminine traits, some more than others. Like, motherfuckers really be throwing this femininity and masculinity around like we don't all both have some of both. It's like people get too caught up in this bullshit, man. Just be a man. Don't be an asshole. Just be a woman. Don't be a fucking asshole. Don't be selfish. Be considerate. It's literally that simple. It's literally that simple. And you're going to get hiccups along the way. But if both people are genuinely looking at each other and just being considerate and respectful of each other, like it doesn't have to be that hard. You shouldn't try to conquer anything in a relationship. You should be working together. Facts. We should be trying to conquer the world together. Why are we trying to conquer each other? Shit's crazy, bro.
Femininity should be doing. And that's what this woman doesn't understand. Femininity should be supporting. If you want your man to be better, stop nagging, stop complaining, stop criticizing. Why do you think that that will help? Has it ever worked for anyone? Ever? Do you respond to that kind of feedback? No, obviously.
And that's the thing too. I'm glad he said it, because I was just about to say it. It's like, I'm not mad at the woman that wants to see her man get better and is like pushing them in the right direction. But there's a difference between trying to push somebody and just straight up hating, like dry hating. Some of these hoes be dry hating on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Straight dissing a nigga. It's like, bitch, if I was dissing you every day, would you respond well to that? Hey, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. You know, I got my thoughts off. If you guys want to go hear the rest of what he got saying, I'm going to leave a link in the description. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? I'm gone.
Where you at, Berto?